Good evening, mortals and monsters, and welcome back to another episode of the Fables of Alaemyr. I'm your Dungeon Master, Jay Stiber, leading our intrepid adventurers on their epic journey. Allow me to introduce our heroes. First, we have Nathaniel, as the gallant and troubled Sir Alan Starr,
Voice line.
and Pepper Enthusiast. Also, we have Ian, embodying the timeless Warforged, with more to say than words to say them. Burke.
Dance line.
Next, we have Peercy, channeling the musical and hopeful, albeit confused. Groom, Talon Heartland.
Music line?
And finally, we have Allie, portraying the commanding and emotionally just a mess, Lady Vesper DeLaith.
Pants line.
Yes, thank you.
I was really hoping we get a chorus line. I'll do it. Chorus line.
Chorus
All
line
right.
would have been good. See, there you go. You can have it.
See, it's mine now. It's mine now. Well, as we dive deeper, this is going to be a fun session with words. Into the world of Alaemyr, I'd like to remind our watchers and listeners that they can dig even deeper into our journey. If you're eager to learn about the history of Black Doves, you can check our website, scan the QR codes, and all of those good things below my little avatar. If you are listening to this from the future on a YouTube or streaming platform, check the descriptions. It's all down there. You can all find our goodies. And you can learn our socials. And if you want to interact with us directly, you can always check on the Discord. Once again, in the below me in the QR code or the description below, depending on what time in the history of humanity you are coming from us in.
It's also in the description of Twitch. Like, it's there. So
It's
don't
everywhere.
worry
You know
about
what?
it.
It's easy. You guys will find it. If you want it, it's there.
If you're in the post-apocalypse, we're sorry.
That's just
For multiple
you.
reasons. Like, mainly because our website's probably going to be down, and we apologize for that. Yeah. Zombies, you're on your own. Anyways, last session. Oh, boy, oh, fateful. We had a time, didn't we all? Quick summary. Vesper is now Counselor Vesper, having been raised to the council as the Master of Coin. Had some pretty intense conversations with other councilor members, and definitely made a hell of an impression for the first meeting. Talon summoned his familiar Longdew, and now has a helpful familiar friend. Princess Rayland asked Vesper to help her go dress wedding gown shopping, which was awkward and sweet and a lot. Talon tells the Princess Rayland, I believe actually happened in the session before, where he confessed just everything that happened along their adventures and all the pieces of their history, ensuring that no secrets would be held between them.
Except some stuff about Sir Star.
Thank you very much for the correction, except for a couple of things about Sir Star.
Intimate personal details notwithstanding.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yep. Let's see here. Ryan and Zeus and Verona were all invited to the wedding, and I believe only Ryan was able to attend. Zeus had some work to do, and Verona had to stay back as one of the Heart Keepers. And Talon was able to get a day pass from the new counselor, Ted Halo Karen, which has no relation to any popular sports coach TV thing at all, whatsoever. Alan Starr also reconnected with the Beaumonts, and Mr. Linux was able to find some time, had some moments they spoke together in the temple, and gave a blessing to Mr. Linux from the professor. It's a very sweet moment. Mr. Starr also gave the journal that they've been holding on to, our party's been holding on to for a long time, the personal journal of the Master Cerberus Champion, to Mr. Linux, in the promise that he will be able to weasel out the secrets the journal has. And today is the day for a wedding between Talon and Rayland.
Yay.
Who's excited for a wedding? Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Hoi.
Vibe check? 3 out of 10? Sounds right.
Generous.
So, what's up?
It's generous of you.
I'm taking the average of the room, okay? I'm taking the average. Somebody's having a good time. What I want to start with is kind of seeing. All right, so today is wedding day. It's the 23rd of Melody. The ceremony is this evening, and I kind of want to check in with everybody to see what they're doing. I want to start with Burke. And Burke, what are you doing this morning?
I mean, I would.
Idle duties. Sorry, go ahead.
I would just in general or in prep for the wedding.
Give me your day. What do you want to do?
Okay, I guess in prep for the wedding, Burke would go and get buffed.
Oh, I was thinking like you hit the gym. I understand.
Nope,
I understand.
nope.
Different.
He's gonna have someone cast a spell on him.
He's going to go
Oh,
to
not that
the.
buff either.
Nope. He's going to the local. Who would do this? Whoever like manages and builds carriages.
Oh my
And,
god, you go to the local mechanic.
And gets his undercarriage carriaged.
That's fantastic. Love that.
Yep. Then after that, he will join. I would say he would join up with Sir Star and go over the security detail for the entire event.
Okay.
Since Sir Star is going to be busy with the proceedings, Burke is going to take it up on himself to try to learn, or at least like have a seating chart for everybody, so that he can like be the usher. He will go through and like lead everybody to their seats and everything, but B, also just like keep tabs on like who's who and like if anybody's suspicious or missing or needs to be crushed.
Okay, perfect. I love that. Give me an investigation roll then, please. See how well you put all this information together and keep it in your head versus having your clipboard.
Sure. That is a 5.
Okay, yeah. So there's names on a list.
Mhm.
You've repeated them all to yourself many times, and if someone tells you their name, you'll probably be able to check them off on the list, which will be really helpful.
Great. Perfect.
Perfect. Yep, exactly. Sir Star, how do you spend the early part of the day? I know some part of it is with going over information with Burke and trying to help him memorize people to look out for.
Yeah, part of it'll be that. Sometime as we get closer to the wedding, Sir Star will speak to Princess Raylan and Talon together, preferably. But if that can't happen, then he would just find them separately and just kind of go over what he's going to do for them.
Awesome.
Starts off this morning. He would use this inspiring leader feat to give everyone 15 temporary hit points. He would do that again when he met up with Lady Raylan, Princess Raylan, just to help her out too. He would send up a quick prayer to his god, just kind of asking for his grace and blessing in officiating this wedding and passing on temporarily some of that power to his friends, and letting his god know, letting the professor know that he was on his way to Spire shortly after that.
Excellent. Okay, perfect.
Probably about it. I don't know. Like, what time is the wedding?
The wedding, the ceremony
Afternoon?
is late afternoon, early evening. So like 4:35 p.m.
Oh, okay. Then he probably has some time to go find this guy whose name I forgot to write down.
Oh, good.
Yeah, he's gonna go find that armor that Master Linux told him about, though.
Wendell Vasborn, as opposed to Vendel Wasborn.
You just confused me. Say it again.
Yeah, no, I screw you. It's okay. I confuse myself sometimes. Wendell Vastborn is his name. He's the glassmaker, the one that could making like supposedly unbreakable glass that could use as armor barding. Excuse me, for Shadow. Correct?
Okay.
Is that you're looking
Yes,
for?
that's exactly. That's what he's looking for, barding.
Yeah. So you could probably take up some time and go take a meeting.
Cool.
Yeah,
That's not all he would do.
Perfect. Yeah, we can. I can say that you made. Give me investigation. Always look for this guy.
That is an 18.
Okay. You are able to locate him at his workshop. You were able to figure out where he is. Takes you a little while, but I recently read all the districts, so I don't want to tell you exactly where he is. But he's at his workshop.
That is fine. I mean, Master Linux did tell him where his workshop was.
Right. Oh, yeah. And he's working there, so that wasn't to take you long difficulty at all to find.
Right. I'm like, I mean, he knew where it was. He just goes there.
Yeah. Yeah, okay. You go there. Do you want to have that conversation?
I'm down. Yeah,
sure. Okay.
Time on it.
Yeah, I'm down. All right. So you arrive in kind of the crafting ward, which I'm not going to say out loud what districts it's in because I just redid all the districts and I don't want to have to redo it again when I say it wrong. So anyway, you're in a crafting part of the city. There is a large number of different craftsmen that exist here. Wendell's workshop, which consists of several incredibly large furnaces and a number of workbenches and tables. He is a older dwarven gentleman with. He's currently working. He's got an incredibly large bicep. One, not biceps plural. Soaked in sweat, currently shirtless. He has his beard is braided as well as thrown over his shoulder and actually tied up into his hair to keep out of the way as he's working. He wears some leather pants and a leather apron as well. A couple of tongs. You see him discussing with some journeymen about the benefits of his glass and how it's made. He noticed that. Hey, give me an insight roll.
Okay. And while he's waiting for the conversation to finish, he'd mentally call over Shadow.
Sure.
That's a 19.
Great. So you don't know anything, my assumption is, about the complexity of crafting glass. It's not something that you have spent much of your life learning about.
Nope.
But even with your limited knowledge, you are listening to what he's saying, and there is scant little specificity in the manufacturing process of this type of material. You notice that he's being intentionally cagey about it.
Okay.
You get with your insight. It was a 19.
Yeah. Cagey,
Yeah,
like
you
it's
get
not
that-
actually glass.
Cagey, like, for what you're saying is, he senses that he doesn't want to share it with anybody who's not on the, he's sure about yet. So while he's
Like
talking to these
protecting
people,
trade secrets, you mean?
Exactly. Not
Okay.
so much like it doesn't exist, but like he's just like, yeah, and we have some patented chemicals and materials that we mix into it at a certain temperature. And like he's very unspecific about everything.
Okay.
But he does do a demonstration where he takes a Morning Star, and he takes the sheet of this glass and smacks it into it, and it does crack and does create spiderwork crack, but it does not break. It does not shatter.
Okay.
Mhm.
So Star's not going to interrupt that conversation.
All good. Conversation ends. He kind of sees you and kind of meets your eye. Can I help you with something?
Oh, thank you. Good morning.
Norton?
Sir Star looks back over at the glass. Is it still cracked?
It is, but it's it's less cracked than it was.
Okay, so it does seem like it's repairing itself.
Yeah,
Actually,
it seems like
I'll just ask part of that question as he walks up. That was quite some impressive glass you have there.
oh,
Is
only the
it-
finest.
Almost seems a shame that you've got to put so many cracks in it, but I guess it didn't shatter.
Well, that's the nice thing about my forever glass is that as long as it's still in one piece, it will eventually repair itself, given some time.
I see. That is good to know. I come to you with a fairly specific ask, sir. It's Wendell. It's Wendell, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
My name is Sir Alan Starr. A friend of mine told me that you might be able to help me out. I am wondering if you're able to make some barding for my horse.
Barding. I mean, it's not going to be... It's going to be hard to beat the ability to resist impact, but glass is heavy. And I can't make it as thin as steel. How strong is your horse, sir?
I think it'd be better if you just take a look for yourself. Come on outside.
You know,
Made it with
you
my
go-
brain.
you kinda- What's up?
I made it with my brain.
He kind of shrugs, puts a tool into his belt, and kind of walks over, and he
And
goes.
we walk outside to see Shadow standing just a few feet right outside the door. Nah.
Horse.
Shadow is quite strong, but I admittedly don't know how heavy this armor would be. If it's not possible, that's all right. I'm looking for any kind of good barding for my horse, but as you can see, my horse is beautiful, and I would hate to have to cover up that beautiful coat.
He kind of he takes a deep breath out. His mustache kind of goes fluttering up as he kind of. He goes, well, this is quite the beast you have here. Would I be able to do some tests with your, you said it was Shadow? I shouldn't say
Shadow.
the name, I don't even know. Shadow.
I did say the name.
I would like
Well-
to
Oh, go ahead.
load him up with some weight and see what we can handle, if that's with your permission.
Okay. Yes, you have both of our consent. And Sir Star just kind of passes that mentally over to Shadow so that Shadow will cooperate with this dwarf that's like under half its height.
Yeah. So Shadow walks over to the dwarf and just kind of, I don't know if it's the right term. I might have to ask Allie. It's not lying down if it just kind of like loafs.
What do you mean? Horses can't
When-
loaf like cats.
They can't loaf like cats. Well, how do they get lower?
They'll go down. Usually they go down on their front. They go down on their knees on the front, and then they'll kind of
Ah.
like push their legs to the one side, their back legs, but they can't tuck their back legs underneath them. It's not a thing
Okay,
they
that
can
makes
do.
sense. Okay, so they do that. So it goes down.
He lays
and
down.
Wendell will start. He lays down. He horse lay down. You know, very specific things about the horses that I clearly know. The horse lay down, and Wendell will get some saddlebags and start loading him up with weight, and then you'll start taking notes. This will take me a few hours. If you'd like to wait, you're welcome to. Otherwise, I can send some measurements and some information to where you're staying. Kind of looks up. Give you a quote.
Player Nate forgot where exactly we're staying.
I think you're staying
All
with
good.
me.
Right, at your house?
I think
The
so.
Delathe
Our
Estates?
apartment. Yeah.
Okay.
You're staying with Vesper.
I'm staying at the Delathe Estates. I can leave Shadow here with you while you finish your tests. I do have some other things I must attend to today, so I can come back and see you later. Should we talk about the potential cost of this now or later?
Well, first I gotta see what can be done.
It's fair. Maybe you can't do anything for him.
I want to make sure I can give you what, if you're going to use my superior glass, then I want to make sure that it'll be worthwhile for you. So,
And I do wonder if, as part of the cost, you would be willing to accept the use of my superior tools, possibly.
can't imagine you got anything better than what I have, but I'll
Sir
take a
Star
look.
walks back into the building with him, walks over to one of his benches and pulls out this little matchbox
Okay, of course you do.
and just kind of slides that over to Wendell.
Mhm.
And Sir Star says, "All right, now go ahead. You'll find everything you might need in there."
And he kind of looks at this matchbox and kind of shakes it, doesn't really hear anything, and begins to unfold it. His eyes grow a bit wider. his eyes grow a bit wider as he kind of sees this thing becomes a full work table, and it seems to have the exact kind of tools that would be needed to work glass.
Now, I am obviously not giving you this, and I would be remiss to find anything missing from it, but I have learned that craftsmen, especially those such as yourself, have found quite a love of these tools. I myself, admittedly, am not skilled nearly enough to give them the proper respect. I, at this point, merely carry them around and move them into the right hands.
He kind of takes a moment and starts to kind of inspect these tools. Yeah, I can use these. He seems to kind of. Where'd you say you got them?
Oh, friend, I found these years and years away.
Clever. Sure. Yeah, sure. I can see about using them. He kind of.
If you think it'll help, no pressure, of course.
Oh, it seems sturdy enough. Couldn't hurt. As he just sees him just like inspecting the balance of each tool, and like comparing it to the one that he has, each one that he has on his own workbench, and he kind of going one by one, just kind of seeing how they all work. See him inspecting the thing. Yeah, I'll be sure to give you a quote by morning. Work on that tonight.
Thank you. I will see you then.
Yeah, he doesn't actually even nod to you. He just continues looking at these tools. He seems pretty flabbergasted about them.
Is this your first time seeing such a set of tools? I thought maybe in your years you might have seen something like this before.
Never seen them before, no. Heard of something like them, though.
Well, I'm glad I finally get you the opportunity to use such a set of tools.
Too.
And I trust you'll take good care of them. I'll see you in the morning. Shadow will cooperate.
Yeah, and he definitely gets to work. And will definitely be utilizing these to the best of his ability and be able to provide you with some, the best of his ability, certainly, with those tools. Possibly beyond. And he'll get you a quote to see what Shadow can handle and what he can make.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Of course. Make a note of that. We'll have something fun for you next session. Some information. Yeah. The rest of the day, you and Burke will go over some security stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I would like to check on Vesper next.
Yes.
Yeah. You're a Vesper. What's a Vesper do?
Sad.
Vesper does sad.
I think if Raylan requests her company, if she wants that, she'll go, be helping Raylan get ready and get ready with her as like tradition. But only if she is requested. So that's
She's not requested.
okay. In that case, then I think she's going to work to try and not think about it until she has to.
Okay, so she's going to her office in the...
Yep, I'm going to go to my office in whatever council building exists until probably like midday.
Okay.
Just do that in the morning and then go spend time getting ready.
Okay. So let me ask you this. What do you think your office looks like?
I mean, she's only been doing this a couple of days, so it's probably
Sure.
still mostly whatever its previous occupant had it like.
I'd agree.
I don't know what he was like at all, so that's not really something that I can describe, I don't think.
Okay, no worries. I always kind of picture it as kind of somewhat utilitarian. He was a very organized person. Johannes Bravel was his name. I pictured him with like a large oak wood desk, as well as a relatively small office. Not a lot of things. Several file cabinets, as well as several ledgers. A small bookshelf with different ledgers on his past dealings. Allie, give me an investigation roll, please,
Okay.
as you're getting some work done.
Am I good at that? I
Uh-huh.
don't remember. I think I will add
Click
a
on it.
superiority die to it. I will use my tactical assessment feature.
Okay. You do not have as a class ability last time I checked.
Nope. Okay, that is 15 plus 4 for 19. Nope, 16 plus 4 for 20. I lied. I
Hey!
can do math.
Give me the dirty 20. Excellent. Okay, so one thing that you are able to kind of identify as you are going through these ledgers, getting some work done, just trying to catch up on these books to kind of see, like,
The fuck's
what is the
going
state of the
on?
kingdom? Yeah. You notice that there is a large number of entries of an influx of coin to the crown, to Tyr itself. It's just listed as MacLeod.
Say that again. Listed as what?
MacLeod is the
MacLeod.
entry, and it is a loan from MacLeod, and the total of the loan is 10 million gold pieces, approximately.
Does that look like a name? McLeod?
It does. It does.
Ring any bells?
Give me a history roll.
19.
19.
19.
You heard it once. You heard it once when you were a girl, and your parents were talking about dealings in the city, and they told you that it's not worth working with MacLeod. That's all you know.
Okay, I think she'll also be spending time getting to know her staff because she presumably has some.
Yes.
And so she'll bring in.
This one's made of oak, and this one's made of cedar.
Thank
This
you.
one has a nice gem at the top.
Helpful.
Yep.
Oh my
she'll
god,
bring
you
in-
killed Cedar?
I'm trying. Is it working? No, I didn't kill him. He just works for me now. It's fine.
Oh no!
Cedar is a
His life
sweet young
ambitions are
person. You
gone.
leave them alone.
True. That's true.
Mhm.
Yeah. So I'll bring in whoever my primary minion is, and
Sure.
ask them if they know anything about this. And then
Sure. Yay! I don't have a minion ready for you, but we can make one.
that's fine. You don't have to roleplay this. Just tell me what
Cool.
they say.
All right. They say, "Oh, yes, of course. Leo MacLeod. He's the foremost ship owner in the Empire.
The Empire being
Savvy. Tyrion.
Okay.
Tyrion Empire.
I just don't think anybody's ever referred to it that way before, so you caught me off guard.
That's totally fair. I've referred that way more than once in my head, and I sometimes do that where I don't share things out loud all the time.
That's fine.
Yes, he's the foremost shipwright and within the Empire, and has loaned the crown a coin many times.
Do you know when
You
this
see that-
loan started exactly? How far back it goes?
Before my time, sorry, Counselor.
I suggest that you get familiar with these books just as I'm doing, for I might need to ask you questions, and I am one person who cannot afford to read, and she gestures to the bookshelf of stuff. I'll designate the various who's going to be reading what and getting me summations within the next few days. I have business this afternoon.
All
Thank
right, your minion number one pulls up a chair and starts going through one of the books. Holds a hand out for a book and just starts reading, and
Yep.
grabs another small one with notes for summaries.
Thank
As
you.
you say, Counselor.
I'd also appreciate putting someone on researching the MacLeods for me. Get me a dossier, if you could, please.
Yes, Counselor. And they'll give you a little nod as they go about summarizing some books I'm looking for. Pardon, Counselor, were you looking for just information on McLeod?
Let that
in
be
these
your
books,
task
or-
for now. If you find anything else of interest, please don't hesitate. Let me know.
Mhm. And while you're talking, there is a knock at the door.
Come in.
Well, and so you hear kind of you hear that clearing of throat, and King Cadden actually enters into your office.
I think Vesper
Oh.
does one of those shoots out of her chair, so it like almost falls over but doesn't quite, and then she curtsies. Your Highness, unexpected. Can
Sorry,
I-
him flanked by 2 guards, of course, enter.
Yeah.
No. Good to see that you are taking your position with as much seriousness as I would expect. He kind of wrings his hands a little bit.
I have a lot to catch up on, I'm afraid, but we're working. So myself and minion number 1, insert name here, we'll come up with later.
Minion, hello.
His name is Aiden. We'll call him Aiden. Myself and Aiden.
Because he's an aide.
Yep.
Because he's an aide, and his name is Aiden. I love
Not
this.
what I was
Done.
thinking. I was looking at a playlist, and there's a thing called Aiden's Ascension on that playlist, so that's his name now.
No, perfect.
I like Aiden better. Jay's excuse is better.
Yeah, I do too.
I like the same name better. He's an aide.
Myself
Perfect.
and Aiden, we're just catching up on, well, everything, frankly. What can I do for you?
I was hoping to speak with you for a moment. Alone. He kind of gives a long look at Aiden, who's hunched over a book and has not kind of realized who's in the room right now.
Yeah, Vesper will like nudge his foot with her foot and be like, Aiden, if you could please go talk to the rest of the staff about getting me that briefing on McLeod and how you're going to read and summarize all these accounts for me.
Yes,
Thank you.
yes, Counselor. He looks up and his eyes kind of go wide and, Your Majesty, yes, I will be right. And then
Come
he
back
just
when
kinda,
you're done, Aiden. Thank you.
Grabs the book and runs out.
Yep.
Um,
Gives him. He's very intent on his work, but so far so good. So
excellent. I just wanted to let you know, I have make it clear that there's nothing definite that I have yet. Like, this is still very early. It's only been a couple of days, but I don't want to get your hopes up. But I did want you to know that we have a lead on those that were taken a few nights ago, your sister included. It appears that the ones that took her. Now, keep in mind, it's not been confirmed, but it appears that the ones that took them are heading to Nocturna, the city, the capital. And I want to say this is good news because they do not generally execute people there. If they're taken there, it's going to be the farm. And while that's not ideal, I want you to know that as king and leader of the Tyrian Empire, I will do everything I can to use my power to get your sister back, as well, of course, of everyone else, and will gladly pay ransom if that is what was required. And I just wanted to let you know that's what's been happening.
Oh. Okay. Thank you for letting me know. This is... I agree, this is good news. We know the next steps. Even if I'm not sure I agree that them going to Nocturna is good news. Do we know how quickly they travel? Or if it's possible to intercept them?
I will get you what information I can. I just got this piece and came looking for you. You weren't in your rooms, and so I spent a bit of the day looking.
Oh. That's very kind of you, Majesty. You didn't have to do that.
Well, I mean, you say my life, literally. I feel like that's reasonable things to look out for your sister.
I mean, that's my duty as a citizen of the Tyrian Empire. To make sure that you're safe. And can keep doing your job. We need
Yeah.
We need you right now, more than ever. As I'm sure you realize. But thank you. Either way, it's very kind of you to come in person. I appreciate that.
Yes. Well, I will see you later. You have lots of work to do, and I have to give a speech, which I've been avoiding writing.
You write your own
I will-
speeches.
No, but it sounds better if I say it that way.
Oh no, I was just curious. You should. You know what? She just shuts her mouth. She realizes she was about to tell the king like what to do. You should do something, like as a friendly suggestion. But she like realizes what she's about to do and just shuts her mouth. Just says, "Thank you.
All right. And he-
Enjoy. Will you be at the wedding?"
Yes. Yes, of course. It is a wedding under the Tyrian line. Of course, I will be as the senior-most member of the family. Of course, I'll be there.
Then I'll see you this evening.
Looking forward to it.
She
And he
curtsies
kinda-
again as he leaves.
Kind of smiles and ducks out.
Once he's
Come
gone,
on, Bills.
like,
And he walks out.
yeah, the guard like closes the door. She
There's
just
two
kind of
guards.
sits in her
One
chair
goes, yep.
and is having just like that expression of what the fuck for a moment, and then she's like, "Oh my god!" and she like gets up and starts gathering her shit to like go share the news and see if she can't figure out somebody who knows a little bit more if that exists. I don't know
Yeah.
if there is, but
If
we
that's
don't
what you
have
spend the rest of your time doing, you're not going to find much. Like
Yeah, I
what he
figured
came
as
and shared
much.
with you, no one else knows yet. Like the king.
well, yeah,
knows,
yeah.
and,
The
like-
the guy who found out told the king and is presumably spreading the news of whoever else needs to know after that.
Right.
So, but
Yep.
yeah, once she's like gets her brain back in her head and is like, wait, nobody else is gonna know more than the king, even if he didn't tell me elegantly. Like, then I guess she just gotta go off and. I think she actually like gets back to the apartment and is like getting ready to go tell everybody, and then is like, you know what? We got other things to do today. And so I don't think she seeks out anybody in particular. If they're there, she'll tell them, but she's just not gonna run around
Yeah,
the city.
I think Burke and Sir Star, where were you guys like going over stuff? Were you actually going to in the Temple of Asila? Were you going over stuff there for security purposes?
Probably.
Okay.
That makes sense.
All right. So no one's in the apartments then.
Okay. Yeah, I think she goes back and it's empty, and she just kind of like stands there for a moment, thinks, and then deflates a little and is like, we got other shit going on right now. And this doesn't change
day.
anything yet, so.
Okay.
The other thing I would do actually is, have I heard back from my parents yet? It's been a couple of days, I think, so.
Been a couple of days. How did you send the letter? You just sent it to the local. I don't think you would have received anything back if you sent it through normal means, other than like a magical sending.
No, I don't have a way to do a magical sending.
Yeah. So
To
you haven't
them.
heard back from them yet.
Okay. Okay.
They probably have received it by now, but they have not been had a chance to get the response back to you.
Okay.
Cool.
Then I'm Gucci.
All right, cool. Next, Talon. Get married. Woo!
Yeah.
Yeah. What are you doing today? Besides
Well-
getting married, you know.
Pretty much preparing for the wedding.
Fair.
But there's definitely something I will do. I mean, most likely in the morning, if that's possible. So it's the first thing that he thinks of when he wakes up, and he
Tell me,
sends
what
a
do you
sending
thinking?
to his mother.
I was wondering when this was going to happen. Continue.
He sings to her
Mhm.
this, and I don't actually have a tune prepared right now, but so you know.
I forgive you.
Thanks. He sings to her in the sending, and it is Mother, I'm getting married today for duty, not love. I want you to know I haven't forgotten you, and I love you.
She will respond to you in a number of moments.
It's all good.
And, okay, so you're just saying, Mother, I'm getting married today for duty, not for love. She responds, duty is a heavy burden. And I'm sending love from myself to you. Find love where you can. And my thoughts are with you.
And he sheds a little tear after that. Because one, he knows his mother is still alive. And two, that's very meaningful. It means a lot to him, and no one else will know about that.
Cool.
And after a minute, he'll steel himself a little bit. Also, like his mom's kind of the connection to the now instead of the many talons, the now,
Yep.
the real talon.
Why is that?
Because she is like the reminder of exactly who he is and where he's from. A very strong one. You know, he has a love letter from his mother to his father. That's one of the last things that he has to remind him of her and the idea of love.
Right.
So I think that's one of the things that help centers him, or can help center him.
I like that a lot. Why don't you take an advantage on any mental roll that you need to make today?
Okay. I'll keep a mental note on that. Thank
Yeah.
you. That's cool.
Yeah, no, I
expect
think
that.
that's really, really important that you made that connection again today. For sure.
Cool.
Yeah, that's kind of what you do first thing in the morning. How do you picture your day going before the ceremony?
I picture, honestly, other than like having the things ready for the, little bit of druidic part of the ritual,
Right.
and that's kind of really for my mother's memory, to be honest with you. That's a way that she can be there without physically being there.
Uh-huh.
I'm pretty certain that most of the day is just prescribed for him.
Fair
I'll be
enough.
honest. Like,
Yeah.
it's
I mean,
a wedding
there's a lot
day.
to do.
Yeah.
There's a lot to do.
Yeah. So he's doing all the things
Um,
that he must do. They've gone
Okay.
he's gone over the vows. He knows what to expect from the rituals. If there's anything that's had to happen before the evening, he'll do that, meeting with the bride or the father. All the stuff that has to happen on a wedding day when you're one of the people in the wedding. You're only
Right.
doing what other people tell you,
Sure.
generally. Unless you were me on my first wedding day.
And that's for DLC. So. Yeah. Your day's pretty packed. It goes quickly, not because because there's so much to do that there's no time really to think, and then just get this done, to thing off the list. It gets into the early afternoon before you have a little bit of time with one of your groomsmen. Ryan shows up.
Sweet. Awesome. I
and
forgot something
is
last
helping you
session
get
too.
dressed.
Sorry.
Yep. Okay.
I also meant to invite Kestrel.
Oh,
And I get it if he's
Yeah,
busy
that'd be
and we
nice.
didn't do it, he can't, but I meant to have done that also because he's part of the original,
yeah. What do you think, Ian? Would Kestrel show up?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
killer.
Okay. Yeah. He shows up. I don't think he's going to be in the wedding as much as he's attending the wedding.
Yeah.
How dare?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's nice to have at least one other Warforged in attendance.
I mean, actually, would
So-
well.
Hmm?
I mean, they have fought and bled. Well, fought beside each other
Yes.
and helped save each other's lives. So I really, because I think, to be honest with you, he would have asked Zeus to be in it also, but I know why
Yes.
Zeus can't be there. I don't really
Right.
see a reason why Kestrel wouldn't be asked to be in the party also.
Okay, I'm fine with it.
That's nice.
Sure. We have Kestrel in the wedding. Doesn't really change too much what I'm going to do, but that's all good.
If a
Perfect.
fight breaks out, it'll be good to have an artificer.
It would, and I'm sure that's not in anyone's mind anywhere ever. It's going to be fine. Is Rail back? I don't know if Rail's back yet. That's not important. Anyways, beautiful, but there is some time
Mm-hmm.
that you and Ryan
Yeah.
are hanging out alone, where the rest of the groom's party is otherwise occupied,
Mm-hmm.
and you're both dressed in your best. Actually, Talon. Peercy, what does Talon wearing? What does it look like? What does his outfit look like?
Yeah, so like I know we kind of talked about this. I believe it has to be House Hartford colors, right?
Actually, it has to be House Tyrion colors because
That's right, Telgamore
it's
colors.
the major house colors.
That's right.
Not Telgamore. Tyr. Hartford is under Tyr.
Oh, I
not
thought that was
Telgamore.
a Telgamore. Okay, well, okay.
Nope.
Yeah, I'm still not perfect
Hence
on your
why-
on your stuff. Sorry.
Dude, it's all. I made too many houses. I'll be the first to admit. I decided, you know what? I should make a nobility. Why don't I make 25 noble houses and a few dead ones that are missing somewhere, and 7 major houses and a whole bunch of minor houses? I'm insane. This is
Oh, I
on me.
understand.
Don't you worry about it.
So
But
what are the tier
Hartford.
colors?
Is sky blue and gold.
Oh, that's easy then, right? So the outfit, the jerkin and jacket, pants, pantaloons, everything. What is a style, right? Like whatever the most trendy style is, that's what he's wearing. And the sky blue, you said.
Mm-hmm.
All right, those are all gold. But then the shirt underneath and the belt, shoes, any sort of hat, right? That is blue.
Okay.
And the hat has a golden feather on it. It's of the finest style, the Tyrion style currently.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, because it's a royal wedding, he wants to make sure it looks like a royal wedding.
Right.
And I don't know what this would cost him, but he would just buy it.
All good. Yeah, I just we'll worry about costs after the wedding. That's for your accountant, and you have a Vesper now, so it's gonna be great.
We're charging this shit to fucking Harold's books. What are you talking about?
Perfect.
Let's go. Yep.
Yeah, and that's kind of
So-
what Talon is like. He's styling.
Excellent.
And
Your groomsmen do not match your colors, as they are not necessarily part of that house. Those who are a part of a noble house, Vesper, for instance, can wear the Delaith colors. Ryan shows up in black and white.
okay.
Similar style, but they all are wearing boutonnieres that will match yours
Nice.
in
nice.
kind of a reflective relief color-wise.
Nice. Okay.
So, yeah. So there's some time where you and Ryan are alone for a few moments. I want to run a scene there.
Sure. Of course. Haven't seen him forever. I just hug him
Yeah.
when I see him first, if he lets me.
Yeah, he'll let you.
Like
and
my
he kind of hugs you back.
Like, my God, I haven't seen you. It feels like for ages. Again.
Yeah, let's. First off, congratulations. Pretty
Thank-
cool.
Thanks.
Second off, super weird.
Whoa. Have you talked to Vesper yet?
No, I'm getting there. It's just, I was expecting a very different reunion, you know?
Yeah. There are... Oh. Yeah, in a roundabout way, yes, a different union indeed. And then there was a point in time where I was talking with Lord Hartford and he knew about you.
Hmm?
So he's been your contact the whole time?
Yeah, we worked together a bit before we jumped forward and then back.
Yeah. Well, to them, it hasn't been any time at all. Relatively.
No, I guess not.
Um,
Do you want this?
Want what?
The marriage, the bride, the nobility.
I think to do what we must to succeed so that that horrible future we were at doesn't exist, I have to.
Right, I know that. And I know it's important. But I also want to know if this is what you want.
No.
I feel so much better hearing you say that.
I don't... Yeah, things are going to change. But
Yeah.
This also doesn't mean that I'm going to give any disservice to Raylan or House Heartland or the duty that will come from this.
I get it. Just... I guess it doesn't matter anymore.
I don't
But
know
I
if
was
that's true.
hoping-
You were hoping?
Yeah, we were kind of forming something. The three of us, I don't know. And it was nice.
Yeah, it was. It was real. I personally think it still is, but all right, there is something you should know. Raylan knows everything. So does Lord Hartford. Well, except that we are lovers, but or whatever we were. Yeah, that's a good way to call it, I think.
Oh, that's awkward.
Yeah, I don't... He didn't know that part, but Raylan does. And Vesper and myself. And I promised I wouldn't lie to her. And I told her everything. Everything.
Okay,
Except some stuff about
So-
Sir Star.
fine. So what do you want from me then? Should I go back to Rosebark and defend our new home?
I think that's up to you. I'm not trying to push you away. Hell, I'm not pushing intentionally Vesper away. We'll be going to Spire soon. Can you go there?
Doubt it. Not without some express invite. I don't think that'd be wise. And if you're trying to make peace, it's probably not the best idea to bring one of my kind with you.
I was afraid of that. Afterwards, maybe there is something you can do, Ryan. Malinda was
Yeah.
taken.
Oh,
By Willard.
fuck. Yeah, okay.
I have some idea of a last whereabouts, but I think that was a day, maybe more ago, a day ago. Is it a day ago, Jay? How long ago was it when I did Scrum?
It's 2 days.
2 days.
So yeah, yeah, it was 2.5 days, give or take. It was currently the 23rd. It was the Moonfest happened on the 19th. Bad things happened on the 20th, kind of early morning AM. So technically 4 days ago, or 3, depending on how you count.
Okay. She's been taken. Many others have as well. Willard attacked the city. Essentially, war is officially declared between Nocturna and Tyr. Tried to kill the king. We saved his life. All that stuff. But
Right.
it might. Not might.
I need to be a lot better fed if I'm going to go against others of my kind.
Then I also think for a couple of reasons, maybe you should speak with Vesper as soon as possible. Or after the wedding, but regardless, I think you're probably the best person I can think of. You know exactly what they're going to do with her, where they're going to take her potentially. And if given the right information and tools, maybe you can stop them with help.
Yeah. See what I can do. Let's get you married then, I guess.
Yeah.
And he walks out the room.
Okay.
That brings us to the wedding.
Hooray!
Yeah. Hooray. You pull up multiple wedding documents of all those good things that we have coming up. Please correct me if I make any mistakes here.
No.
But my perception is the way we are doing this is that Talon is going to be standing, walk down the aisle by his big metal daddy, Burke, and going to be surrounded by his compatriots of Vesper, Ryan, and Kestrel. The 3 people that are going to be standing by him for the wedding.
Mm-hmm.
Raylan will be walked down by her father.
Yeah, let's... Yeah. I think
Yeah, cool.
the order is right there.
Yep. Sorry. Juggling documents, but I got it. Awesome.
Oh yeah, I imagine
So,
you probably have a
the
document
wedding-
too.
Yeah, the weddings takes place. I have a mountain document. Yes, the weddings takes place at Sir Star's God's large quotes, large air quotes. Everybody see these that I'm making in the air? You should. God, Asilo, the Temple of Asilo.
Wait, hold on. Question, actually.
Yeah,
Is this not also a temple to Asilo?
it is.
Okay, all right, cool.
I'm just assuming that we're not we're out and proud about the professor.
Oh, no, absolutely not.
Right. Yeah, it's the same
I just
temple.
hadn't really thought about it, but I'm like, wait, is the whole Church of Temple of Asilo a front?
No.
All right,
Not the whole church, but parts of that church. But it is his the fact that Sir Star is also on the surface a paladin of Asilo. That temple makes sense.
Exactly.
Is there an outdoors part of that church? Like
Protection,
a
strength.
garden or, some place where there
Yeah,
is
there's probably a
nature
place. There's
around.
probably a place out back where they have a
Courtyard.
small garden.
Yeah.
Courtyard. Yeah. There's a place for that.
Cool.
So, well, this is not typically the temple that a noble marriage would take. Excuse me, a Tyrian wedding would take place in. It of course is of the purview of the couple to ask for a temple of their choosing within one of the accepted gods of the city. So it's not modest, but it's also certainly not grand. But it has been absolutely decked out. The reception will take place somewhere else, but here's where the ceremony is. It is covered in growing things. All right, pulling up documents. Covered in things that are growing. You have, what do you think, Peercy? Leaves or rose or flower petals?
Probably leaves outdoors in the garden
I like
around
that.
like the arch thing or whatever the norm is that is put up and like
So you want to have the ceremony outside?
oh yeah.
Okay, great. Takes place in a outdoor kind of placed place in the gardens behind the Temple of Asilo that are used to grow. They're actually used for growing things to eat. It's a very much a place that is close to nature as well. I would like, as each of you walk in, to give me an insight roll as well for the guests who are assembled.
When would I have pulled Raylan and Talon together? Or are
Ooh.
we just going to story through that?
I mean, do you want to pull that? We can do that as part of a story moment that can happen beforehand,
Okay.
before everybody's together, if you'd like, or we can story through it. Up to you.
I'm fine either way. I just wanted to make sure that explanation of what Sir Star is doing for them with his spell is clear
Yeah.
to them before the wedding.
Certainly. Why don't you share with the party? And by the party, I mean the audience. And by the audience, I mean clearly Talon and Raylan.
Wait,
You
am I
pull them
arguing
together.
this, or am I storing this?
Apologies. You can. You can do this in RP. You can
Okay.
take them together before the actual. They all head out. They're in a back room somewhere in the Temple of Asilo.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, like right before the wedding.
Yes.
Right. Okay. Cool.
So you take the two of them back. Raylan is Vesper. What is Raylan dressed up as? How does her dress look?
You want to do this
A
now?
bride.
I mean, we're introducing her now. She's dressed up now. We can do it when she walks down the aisle if you'd like.
That
I am. This is
That-
your scene. When do you want it
Okay.
to happen?
All right. All right. Well, I'll tell you what. We'll do that when we head out. So right now,
Cool.
sure. Let's just do it now beforehand.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, words. You grab the two of them together, and you have something to share with them. So you take the two of them together. It's maybe half an hour before people are supposed to be heading out. People are slowly arriving and filling up seats in the garden behind the temple.
Okay. So yeah, he pulls them into a private room. Thank you. This won't be long, but I just wanted to clarify a few things before we get out there. Do you have your flower circlets?
yes.
Yeah.
Please hand those to me. And he'll take them from them.
Mhm.
Mhm.
And he'll pull out a matrimonial veil that has a bunch of beads along the outside of it, the edge of it. And this veil is thin, like you can almost see right through it. It seems like it's not going to protect much, But he'll take that veil, carefully fold it up, and he'll place it on the ground in a ritual circle that he has drawn. And he'll place both flower circlets on top of it. And he'll sit there, and he'll pray up to his god. Then he'll say a few words. And then he'll stand, and he'll pick everything back up, and he'll hand the proper circlets back to them so that they can place them on each other's head. Now, I am going to, with the powers that I have, I'm going to try my best to bless the two of you. With this spell that I have just cast, you two will be better protected in each other's presence for the next 7 days. On top of that, for the next 24 hours, you are both undetectable. This will protect you from prying eyes and ears on your wedding night. Whatever you choose to do, know that no one will be watching or listening unless you want them to.
Talon's mouth's just wide.
Thank you.
Yes. Thank you, my friend.
You're welcome, of course, my friend. Furthermore, as per my own religion, this matrimonial veil I will place over the two of you before you say your vows. And your vows will be said while under this veil. And at the end of each of your vows, I would like each of you to share a deep secret with the other, as a sign of respect and determination to work towards each other's well-being, and to do your best to keep as few secrets as possible from each other. This veil will protect you two this veil will protect you two from anyone hearing what you say other than me. I will be your holy witness to things that are said between you, but this veil will protect you. So your vows are simply for each other, with me as your witness. Same with your secret, and your secrets both will be safe with me, as Talon could tell you, Princess Raylan. I will respect your secrets.
Thank you.
Talon has a
Now-
little bit of a look of like, crap, what can I tell her that I already haven't?
Oh, gotta blab about a star now. Right in front of Star.
Quite literally was thinking about that myself. I was like, oh boy.
It's like,
That doesn't count as a secret about you, though. so-
That's what I was just about. That's
Right,
how I
right.
pictured my own head too. I'm like, no, the secret has to be something about you.
I have to think about that.
It would
Okay.
have to be like a preference or something and not something historic.
Or like a feeling or just like an emotion you haven't shared, something like that.
Maybe
Yes,
the darkest
yeah.
secret is I don't like wearing socks.
God.
That's
Yeah,
not
I'll-
a secret.
I'll have to think about
This has to
That's
be
all good.
just a secret that few people know. This doesn't need to be world-ending secrets.
that. I only have world-ending secrets, my friend.
And that
Mama much?
I understand, my friend. We walk a dangerous path. And I do wonder if there's anything more that you could tell her.
Well,
He wasn't even probing with that comment, mind
Sure,
you.
yeah,
sure.
Yeah.
I think that we may benefit from a short rest to think through what secrets we could share with each other. If you want a little bit more time, Peercy.
No,
I
it's
also
fine.
think it's kind of fun if maybe we don't get to know. Maybe that's between Nathaniel and Peercy and our DM
Yeah?
and their secrets.
That's fair.
And if you want
Ooh,
to
I
share
like
them
that.
later, then that's one thing. But,
Yeah, I like
Tell
that. We
them
have a
about the
bunch of
weird
vows,
mole you
but
have.
it's not a mole.
no, it's like a mole. It's like a pet. I keep him in my living room. His name is Hank.
God damn it, Hank. Why do you keep showing up like this? Okay, cool. I like that, Allie. I'm going to take that. The fact that the vows and the secrets are not heard by anyone else will be something that is done privately. Everyone else sees their mouths moving, but cannot read the lips and cannot hear. I like that.
You guys are going to drive Mal crazy. Why would you do this to Mal?
Listen,
Oh, Mal gets to know. Don't worry. Mal's our lore keeper, and she's damn good at it. Yeah, I think that
Thank you, my friend.
we. Yeah.
You're welcome. It is my pleasure to aid you in this special event as best I can. I will admit I am not practiced in this, but for you, I'm willing to do things I'm uncomfortable with.
I do appreciate
There
it.
will be many eyes on me, friend.
I know. And they will think
But it's okay,
you
because I
are
hide no longer.
Exactly.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, you are the paladin, the champion of Asilios. They will see that now.
Thank you. Now, I guess we should get on with this thing so we could move on to that celebration.
Yes,
Yeah.
please. So Star will head out first into the room. Nathaniel, please give me an insight roll, please.
Okay. That is a 23.
Hell yeah. Hell yes. Well done, sir. Couple people that you clock. You clock Nova Beaumont. If you recall, she was, as far as you know, the personal guard to Padre
Mayor Padre.
in Rosebar.
Padre.
Yeah, Mayor Padre. Yeah. Also, the eldest daughter of House Beaumont, her mother just died in the attack recently. She's also here. You clock from her is she does not want to be here. Her face is pretty stormy. There's a complex of grief and anger, and seems to be very uncomfortable.
Good. We can use that.
Yeah. You also are able to clock High Priestess Titania, High Priestess of Tyr. Sorry, Tatiana, not Titania. Different lady. That's a fairy queen. You see her. She's got kind of a neutral presence of everything. You see her very here, calm, professional. With her 23, you do get the sense that she's a little bit miffed about this taking place outside in what she would consider, what you would probably guess that you consider a lesser god's temple. That's what you get when you walk out. I've insighted on a couple of people. I believe next is going to be Talon and Burke are going to head down the aisle. Can each of you guys give me insight rolls, please?
12.
Okay.
And I'll say he's
18.
not paying attention anyway, really.
Oh, that's all good. Yeah. You really only have eyes for the two people who aren't really here yet, so that's all good. Burke, you said 18?
Yep.
All right. What you get is you immediately clock the Master of War, Kravos. He's someone that he's definitely scanning the crowd. Seems to be more like he's working security than he is attending a wedding. There's a moment where your eyes well, his eyes meet with your, I guess, faceplate. Never really determined. I
Okay.
mean, I guess Burke's got these little black eyes or little
Got
red eyes,
apertures.
right? Yeah, he meets your apertures. And you get kind of this feeling of like, this person doesn't see me as a person, just as a
Mhm.
tool. And you feel just disgusted as you look at him, and kind of as he kind of constantly looking and appraising, and his eyes keeps while he's sweeping the crowd, his eyes do always stop on Kestrel for a long look. It is that you see. He may or may not survive the wedding. We'll find out.
I tell no one.
But you promised.
You mean the
Amazing.
Master of War? Yeah, he does anything.
What's up?
He won't survive the wedding.
Mhm. You also take a look at Ted, the newest council member. You get kind of a clock on him. You see him as kind of a very positive and upbeat presence. There's a lot of people that are kind of surrounding him, kind of giving him congratulations. That does quiet down the moment you guys head out, but you do kind of catch the end of that, where he is getting a lot of well wishers for one reason or another, having him speaking on his behalf. Yeah, that's what you get from him.
Okay.
Cool.
If he acknowledges Burke at all, Burke does nod to him.
For Ted?
Yeah.
Excellent. Yeah, Ted will give kind of a very small wave. Like his hand comes up, he kind of gives a little wave, and he kind of puts it back down. So he will. I like Ted. I shouldn't play favorites.
If
but
he
I
starts
like Ted.
leaving me boxes of cookies, I'm going to murder him.
That
This
is a
player
weird
Ian
hate
talking.
language. That is
This
a
is
very.
player
Oh,
Ian talking.
I understand.
You
He
can't
makes
even
them
eat
fresh for
them.
you every morning. Yep. I understand. I'm bad at my own lore. It's fine. It's fine. Vesper, why don't you give me an insider roll as well?
14.
Okay. 14.
I have a question for Burke.
Go ahead, Peercy.
What's it look like as we're walking down the aisle?
Oh, fuck yeah. He's made of chrome.
Titanium. I'm sorry.
Don't you ever apologize for that.
Burke normally has a large, blocky stride, but as we walk down the aisle, he is putting in some effort to match your step, and it almost looks like he's marching you down the aisle more than actually taking you down as a father would.
Awesome.
But he does have your arm very lovingly crossed in his, and he has his other hand just holding your bicep as they walk.
Awesome.
Very good. Allie, what you
Could
get
have made
is
Ryan
that
the flower girl.
Oh,
missed
I totally
opportunities.
Missed an opportunity.
All right, guys, we're canceling the wedding. We're redoing it. All right.
All right, try this
Allie.
again in 2 weeks. Let's go.
Absolutely not. 2 weeks, you guys are going to goddamn Spire if I have to kill you all to make it happen.
I mean, Burke's convinced there will be second wedding and third wedding eventually.
Don't tell Raylan. All right, Allie, you get an eye on Filipina, the master of coin.
Nope.
Nope. Fenfina.
There we go.
Also not the master of coin unless I'm looking in the fucking mirror.
Nope.
so.
Master of commerce. Master of commerce. Master of commerce. God, I'm good at this. Y'all hope you can be as good as Jim as me someday. That's right. You hope that. No, I refuse. I'm going to have fun with my friends, and mistakes included. That's allowed. So you look at the master of commerce. Master of commerce. Fenfina Roke. And she is there at the wedding. She seems to be kind kind of, she's definitely checking you out, Vesper, in kind of an appraising manner.
She's the one that I spoke to at length at the Moon Festival, I believe.
Yes, she is.
Okay.
And she seems to be genuinely like content and happy to be at a celebration.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what you get from kind of what her vibe is, and that's what everyone gets. So beautiful. Let's do a wedding thing. You guys head down, and then of course the bride enters along with Hartford.
Well,
Lord Harold Hartford, leading his daughter, Talon's bride, down the aisle. Allie, what did Vesper and Raylan pick out for her outfit?
The potato sack.
Was there something you wanted to say, Peercy?
yes.
Yeah, go ahead.
Sorry. It is
Yeah.
the druidic part of the ceremony before the bride walks in.
Oh, I'm sorry I missed that.
The opening of the circle.
Oh,
Where-
please go ahead.
Simple, just Talon will walk in a circle around the spot, and anybody who wishes, he will stop in each of the cardinal directions and ask the spirits of earth, air, fire, and water with a stone, a flame, a leaf, and a bit of spring water to welcome them to this ritual. And in the end, he will welcome. And this is not like a giant, thing in front of. I mean, it's in front of people. He's not like speaking so other people can hear it, right? He's speaking to the spirits. And in the end, after the elements are welcomed, he welcomes the spirits of nature as well, which would include Fae,
Okay.
but more to the wild Fae. He's not
Please
specifically
give
including
me...
or excluding the courts. Just it's to nature, not like to courts.
Okay. Why don't you give me... Give me a religion roll, please.
Probably not.
Probably not?
Yeah, the total is
Advantage?
a 6.
The answer is a 6. Okay. Okay, very good. Thank you. That was a beautifully beautiful ceremony through the druidic customs. I will keep a note of that. Thank you much.
And you
Thanks.
have been snubbed by the Fae. Snubbed? No, snubbed.
Snubbed? Did the Fae sub and subscribe? Stupid, and I don't care. I think it's funny. Beautiful. So next, circle has been opened with the paying heed to the Fae creatures and the natural places and things of this world in the true druidic custom. It was lovely. Next,
Thanks.
Raylan and Lord Hartford will walk down the aisle. Allie, if you don't mind describing what Raylan is wearing, we'll get this wedding to done.
So Vesper has encouraged Raylan to live her best princess life, basically.
Excellent.
And so it's lace and tulle, baby. It's lace and tulle.
And for those of you who aren't, what is tulle?
Tulle, tulle is
Okay.
a fabric which is very it's almost very fine mesh material. Can be made out of various different natural materials, but it is often used in underskirts to add a lot of volume in layers and layers and layers. But if it's made nicely and cut nicely and hemmed, it can be used as an outer layer. So basically, Cinderella style kind of ball gown, right? Poofy skirt, lots of tulle, but then kind of starting maybe midway up the skirt portion, and then the whole bodice is lace overlaid with silk. The tulle part, the skirt, is all that sky blue color, but all the lace is gold.
Oh, gorgeous.
Yeah, and so all the maybe the like silk part of the bodice, which you can like only kind of see through the lace, is also that same sky blue color. But I feel like it comes up. It's like a modest V-neck, and then she has sleeves like that are fit to her arms that are also all just like even finer lace, so that you can see through a lot of them, right? But it gives that effect that you've seen before, especially if it's kind of close to her skin color on the backing of the lace. It almost looks like it's just sitting on her skin, you know?
Very cool.
Yeah.
Awesome. The two of them walk down the aisle, and I'm going to pass the mic to Nathaniel.
So Sir Star's already at the front podium stage?
Yeah, it's like there's like a. They're outside, so I'm guessing there's kind of a, possibly like a slightly raised part of the out, some
Dais,
raised wooden
dais.
steps or something. Yeah, dais works.
Days. All right. Anyway, so Star's up there, and he's just kind of watching. And as everyone gets settled, and as Raylan and Talon get to their places, Sir Star would start by speaking to the group at large. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, and everyone else. Thank you for sparing time out of what I know is a busy day. We have gone through much in the last few days, and I'm sure many of you are maybe not here by choice, but I appreciate you being here nonetheless. Please use this as an opportunity to celebrate something, to try to lift your spirits. There are many dark times ahead, but this moment here isn't one of them. So again, thank you. We are here to witness the holy matrimony between the young Talon Hartford and the young Princess Raylan Hartford. And we are here to be a part of the union of these two gentle and caring souls. Now, if you two would please put your circlet on the other's head.
Do it.
She does.
And now, we will say your vows. But before we get to that, this veil will be laid over the two of you in ritual. And so he lays that over both of them. Talon Hartford, would you please say your vows to Raylan Hartford?
Just look at her and like, I vow to be your protector and partner.
She responds, I vow to be your shelter in the storm.
I will share in your triumphs and ease your burdens.
I will share in your triumphs and ease your burdens.
I will hold your words close to my heart and heed your counsel.
I will hold my words to your heart, close to my heart, and heed your counsel.
I will be a shield against those who mean us harm.
I will be the sword to cut those who stand against us.
I will be with you through sickness and health.
I will be with you through sickness and in health.
I will never bring shame upon your name.
I will never bring shame upon your name.
I will be yours till the afterlife calls, never to forsake you, or may the gods strike me down.
I will be yours until the afterlife calls, never to forsake you, or may God strike me down. Also, this is done while you guys are wrapping cords around each other's hands. Braiding cords, excuse me. Rituals.
And then I share my secret.
And she shares hers.
Your vows and your secrets have been heard and accepted. Thank you for your honesty, and thank you for your honesty. Now, are there any objections to this matrimony?
Tatiana stands up, actually.
Scans the crowd, but does not look at Vesper.
Tatiana stands up and says, "Not an objection, but I require..." Sorry. All right, I need to click away from that because that's getting distracting. Okay. Requires vows from the new the new Talon Hartford. Apologies, I'm pulling them up. I'm so good. I had everything ready so well.
Burke is definitely squeezing both Ryan and Vesper's hands. Just for support.
She
Yep.
walks up to Talon. "Please, repeat after me. I vow to lead with honor and steadfast resolve."
Who is this? I don't say
This
that out loud.
is
I'm like,
Lady... Yeah, no, it's all good. It's the... This is the High Priestess of Tyr.
okay.
She's leading you through... This would have been shared with you. Leading you through kind of entering into nobility.
Okay, great. Cool. Yep.
It's kind of a set of noble vows.
Cool.
That
Cool,
you
cool,
that
cool,
you
cool.
give to Tyr.
Yep, totally. Let's go.
Apologies.
This was during the objections.
Right? I was
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
that
meant
was
to do it
weird.
before. I forgot. It's my bad. Like straight
is
up,
a
like this is a
real bad time to do it. Yeah.
Right?
Vesper is like not looking at her because if she was looking at Tatiana, she'd just be glaring daggers like, "Bitch, really?"
It's honestly,
Well,
it's
Sir
GM's
Star
fault.
is
This should have happened
glaring
before. Yeah,
Then
no,
why
100%.
don't you change it, my guy? Why don't
Yeah.
you wait until they're finalized? And then she's like, "Before they go,
Okay, we can do it
you
that
have
way.
the power."
I do, and I'm just mad when I forget a thing, and I just want to just sneak it in when it fits, and it doesn't, and I'm wrong.
Or have her come afterwards or something.
Okay, she comes afterwards. Let's do the thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Finish the thing.
Okay. Now, as long as there are no objections. He, for some
was
reason,
gonna say,
spends a
that's
little
the
bit long looking at Tatiana as he says
I
that,
just
and
got
he's
this
not exactly sure
feeling.
why. He just had this feeling. With the gods and these fine people as witness, I now pronounce you husband and wife. Talon Hartford, you may now kiss your spouse, Raylan Hartford.
Talon looks at Raylan
She looks back.
and goes to kiss her if she kisses back.
She will kiss him. It's chaste, but it is the
Yeah, I'm
exact
not.
amount, the right time that is
Yeah,
done in public.
Yeah. They're not making
Mhm.
out in front of everyone.
They are not.
Vesper squeezes
And with-
Burke's hand in that case.
And
Vesper,
with that,
ow.
oh, sorry, go ahead.
I just said Vesper, ow.
Oh, that's stupid and funny. Pastor, what's your strength these days? Too much, I believe. It's too much.
Big
19, I think.
Try 23.
23.
I thought it was
yeah.
over 20. Yeah, all right.
Yeah.
Who said? Who allowed that nonsense? Oh, was it me? Did I do that? Oops.
Burke will inherit this belt someday. It's okay.
Amazing.
And with that, we have a new union between these two souls. Thank you all for joining us today, and thank you for your time. And now, we celebrate. And please, I know we are all busy. I have my own things to do. But if at least just for a half an hour, come, try to celebrate. Try to lighten your spirits. Try to strengthen your resolve for what comes ahead. We will not have much time for celebrations like this.
The reception will be at the. Sorry.
Sorry.
Yep.
With the Sir Star's last words, Talon would like to take Raylan's hand and then close the circle. Thank the elements for being here, and the spirits of nature for coming. Doesn't take long.
Okay, all good.
And it's like him sort of sharing some of his culture with her.
It's a nice moment. It's a really nice moment. Yeah, I think this is a good place for us to take a break. We can do the nobility vows when we come back, right at the beginning of the reception. But congratulations to the couple, and we'll see you, Morals and Monsters, back in about 15 minutes.
We're nobles.
Woo!
Wait, all of us?
2 out of 3 ain't bad.
Yup.
Package
2 out
deal.
of 4. I know how this
2
works.
out of 3 ain't bad.
See everybody soon.
See y'all
Boing.
soon. Bye-bye. Welcome back, mortals and monsters. Great to see you. Hope you guys had a restful short rest. That is a great term that I should use. It's not awkward at all. Hope you guys have been having a good time so far. Just a reminder, all the good links are down below. Check them out when you want to. Yeah. Let's do this thing. It is time for a party. So, ceremony is over. The group, the wedding party, and all the guests will be welcomed to, actually be heading to the Temple of Tyr, where the reception will be had. As you all head into the large, cleared away ballroom space that is within the temple itself, there is a number of tables that have been placed out. Each place setting has a small bracelet placed on each of the place settings. And those in the wedding party, there is a kind of a table near the bride and groom, which they will be sitting separately, and then there's a bunch of tables everywhere else. Sorry, let me pull up a couple things. And you are all welcomed into this large entertainment space. There's a raised dais with a number of players that are already playing. And there is a large number of acolytes, dressed in formal attire, passing out beverages as well as some small snackies.
Sweet.
As you all, yeah, it's not bad. As you all file in, the king will raise a glass and say, "Welcome, members of the court, and to this wonderful, joyous occasion of this wedding. I know all of you are, as I, have a heavy heart and mixed feelings about celebrating so soon after tragedy. For those of you who have lost someone, I would like you to... We have a table for them as well." And he motions to a table against one of the far southern wall of the temple. Table of the Lost. If there's someone who cannot be with us today, you are welcome to light an incense, a candle, or leave something of theirs behind at that table, so that they may be here with us in spirit. Because, as the Sir Star has stated, there's too few times to celebrate joys. And even when we are those that are unable to be with us, we must find places in our hearts for them, but also to find excuses to find the joy that we can. I'm sorry for waxing on so long. To Talon and Raylan, as he raises a glass. Newest members of my house, welcome.
Raise a glass in return.
Yep.
Bow.
Oh, and I believe I have some gifts from the court as well for the couple. And he will, you may come from, and he will he has 4 gifts that have been placed up on a bit of a gift table that is presented for you. Anyone else who has something for the couple may place it here, assuming that's all right, and congratulations. And he goes to sit down with his 2 guards as well. So
Wisp is
there's,
one of those
some gifts.
guards, right?
What's up?
Wisp is one of those guards, right?
Whist is not, but give me a perception check.
Like any of us can actually
Oh,
find
wow.
her.
Well,
That's a good roll. So 21.
okay. You do see her in a unassuming dress in the ballroom that is never too far from the king.
Nice.
You catch her eye and she gives you a wink. No, the two guards are the non-obvious protector, or the obvious protectors. Wisp is just attending the party
Perfect.
in a dress that seems to have no problem moving in. And there is some partying to do. Raylan's actually going to approach Talon. Unless you guys have some RP stuff you wanted to do as well. I have tons of speeds moments, but I don't mean to jump over you guys for stuff.
So Star finds his way to Nova at some point.
Ooh,
Sick.
actually let's run that one. I want to run that scene. Okay, you find her over kind of in, kind of following around one of the pages, just downing drinks, doing her best to enjoy some level of inebriation.
He walks up, pulls a chair out beside her, grabs a drink from somewhere, if he didn't already have one in hand, and starts drinking. He takes like a healthy swig of it before he says anything to her.
Yeah, she looks at you, kind of squints. Alan, right?
Yeah. That is correct. Thank you. Surely you couldn't forget a beard like this.
You see her squint real hard and kind of steady herself. Right, the beard looks good.
Thank you. Thank you. I am sorry for your loss.
We never got along. It's fine.
Doesn't mean it's not still hard. Both hard to lose someone, even if you didn't get along with them, and possibly even harder still to figure out what to do in their absence. You are the eldest daughter. Now, among those
am.
taken is Lady Vespa's sister as well, Malinda. We are mounting rescue efforts and making our way out there eventually. There's a few stops we have to make ourselves first in my party, but we have people.
Real quick,
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that she's not taken. She was killed outright.
Wait, what?
Nova's mother.
I thought she was taken with everyone else.
No,
been
there's
talking
several people
about
that died.
rescuing
There's a
her.
few people that were taken. She has not been taken. She's dead.
Ooh, Aki.
If I remember,
I misremember that because
All
we
good.
talked about mounting a rescue effort for her. But okay, she can be dead now. That's canon. That's fine. That's fine. Things can change, but I'm pretty sure she wasn't dead. But anyway, fine.
But
that
anyway.
changes. Exactly. Thank you, Mal. It is official now. She's dead. We're not going back on that. In that case, that changes.
We lit a candle for her.
Oh my God, dude, we've talked about this rescue effort 3 separate times.
For Linda?
Sorry. Moving on. No, for Lady Beaumont, actually. But anyway, so Nova, what are you planning to do then? Someone must lead your house. Will it
She
be
kinda-
you?
I will go back and do what I can.
Mind you, I'm not pressuring you to take this role on. I'm simply trying to figure out who's going to lead the clan so I can work with them. I see a great partnership between myself and the Beaumonts.
I will be heading back after the wedding. And I will speak with my family.
I see. Well, is there anything I could do for you in the meantime?
Got me another drink. I'm not done yet.
So he grabs her another drink.
She throws it back.
The drink won't help. Not in the long run. But if it's what you need now, then have at it.
Give me a persuasion roll, would you?
Okay. Oh, cool. It's a nat 20.
Oh, fuck yeah. In this moment, what are you trying to share with Nova right now? Where are you trying to get her headspace to be?
Into the serious shit that I need her thinking about for what we're going to be doing in the next couple of weeks.
Okay.
She'll
Like,
never
if
drink
she's
again.
going to take over the clan, the family, I need her to get her shit together
Yep.
sooner rather than later.
Okay.
So I guess
Yeah.
all he's really trying to convey is exactly what he said. Like, the drink isn't going to help. Overall, it's probably better if she doesn't just lose herself in alcohol.
She stands up, kind of wobbles a little bit.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. And he, like, reaches out to catch her. And as he reaches out to catch her, he's going to use 5 points of lay on hands to remove a poison from her.
Yep. One more sober.
Rude. God, I would be so mad.
It took me time to get there.
It did. And like, she was about to say when I'm sober, but then she's immediately sober. And she's like, when I'm sober, why am I sober? Oh, you
Don't forget,
dick.
Nova. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. There's much ahead of us, dear. We already were attacked at one major event. Who knows when something else can happen again? I'm not saying to stop and enjoy the small times, or even not to drink alcohol at all, but we must not lose ourselves during this time. We are at war, and there are things to do.
I will accept.
That being said, you can, of course, start over at a slower pace. Your earlier endeavors.
I will accept that I had too much to drink, and that probably wasn't healthy. If you will accept that that's not okay.
I do
Ask me
apologize for
first.
removing that poison from your body. Future, from now on and forevermore, I will always ask you for your consent before I remove a poison from your body.
Okay, when you sound like that, it sounds like I have a problem, and it's okay. I will be going
But
back
I
to
do
Beaumont.
apologize, though. I do.
Dick
Keep
move,
your head mostly
but not
level.
incorrect. Fine. I will say this. I am going back to Beaumont. Tomorrow.
I
If you
have
want
an
to speak with my
organization-
clan,
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
sorry, I apologize. I'm taking longer between resumes.
No, you're good.
Linux, Mr. Linux said you wanted an introduction. If you would like to accompany me, you may, along with your trainees. I don't know what my role when I get home will be, but my family needs me. So as much as I don't want to, I will be going.
It is a great responsibility that you take on, and I respect you for it. This will not be an easy road ahead, at least for the immediate future. Thank you for this introduction. I very much appreciate that and accept. My subordinates, my organization, I call them the Brotherhood of Progress. They are 6 young men that are wanting to better themselves in the world around them. But they are naive and still needing much training. But I think both your family and my people could accomplish much together.
I can only offer an introduction. I have not been a part of my family for a long time.
Oh, that's okay. That's okay. It helps me immensely just to get in the door. I can be
Well-
quite convincing when I need to be.
I hope you're a good climber. She kind of smirks and takes another drink and slowly sips on it.
Thank you. Enjoy the rest of your evening.
She walks over to the mourner's table and lights a candle. And you.
Thank you. And so Star would wander off back into the party.
Cool. Couple of other things I wanted to run by.
Vesper, you good?
Yeah.
Good how? No. I'll be fine. I'll behave, rather. I'll behave.
It's okay.
Thank you.
They don't last. The sad ones.
Sad marriages or sad people?
Burke kind of does a roundabout lasso symbol with his hand, or a gesture.
It's implying that the kingdom doesn't last?
Maybe a little bit. Maybe that too.
We are all doing what we need to do. Even if it makes us the sad ones.
It's temporary. And like Burke is also still looking at even like the walls of the building in front of him, like, and nodding to himself.
Well, I'm gonna try really hard to make this place a little less temporary on a grand scale. As
Need
for
something
what,
broken?
I think I've got enough broken for now, Burke, but thank you.
No, I'm sad.
Sorry, that was a heavy thing just to smack you back with. I would never dream of going to anybody before you if I needed something smashed to smithereens.
Burke nods and gives you a hug.
She squeezes him back. Like, she forgets that she can squeeze really hard and then was like, oh, let's up a little.
Yep.
Thank you. I appreciate you.
Of course. There's still Ryan. Is he good?
Probably not, but I think I'm gonna go commiserate with him a little bit later. So, before I get trashed, I'm gonna see if anybody wants to talk to me in a more professional manner, and then I'll deal with him.
So, as you say that, a elven gentleman with dark olive skin and long silver braids one sky blue eye and what looks to be like a steel ball bearing or something in the other, with a scar through it, in a seafoam green suit, black boots with silver buckles along them, walks up to you.
Do I know them?
Counselor, you don't recognize him.
Okay.
He also has two less kind of flowery dressed individuals that seem to have a good 3-4 inches on him behind each of his shoulders.
Okay.
And he says, Counselor DeLath, I
To
wanted
whom
to
do I
introduce
owe?
myself.
Please.
My name is Leo McLeod,
Oh.
and I wanted to congratulate you on your elevation to Counselor.
I was just thinking about you, Lord MacLeod. Pleasure to make
And,
your acquaintance. Indeed.
And he bows, and I also have a gift for you.
Indeed. Seems I'm not the one you should be giving gifts to on this particular day, but who am I to say?
I have gifts enough for more than one. And he presents you a lovely necklace. It's kind of a thin silver chain, and what you recognize as a Warforged heart on it, as the adornment pendant.
She looks at it, and I think there's like a flicker of the composure briefly.
Mm-hmm.
And she like turns to. Did Burke walk away, or is he still there?
My assumption he's still there.
Yeah, Burke's
That's-
still there.
okay.
Vesper looks up, and Burke's apertures are just narrowed.
Yeah.
Mhm.
She's gonna step. Just like she's shifting her weight, but so that she's a little more in between Burke and this guy.
Fair.
And say, "This is quite the gift, Lord MacLeod.
Please.
Where you simply
Leo's
must
just
tell
fine.
me where you got it." And there's like
He's-
just a little tiny bit of that like pressure in your voice.
Okay. Why don't you give me an insight roll on this guy?
Okay, that's pretty good. That's 16 plus 6, 22.
Okay. While you're sizing him, you know what? Why don't you give me a wisdom saving throw as well, please?
10.
As you put a little steel into your voice, you immediately get the sense that this is someone you should not mess with. He's polite, he's smiling, he's dressed well, he's not making any threatening motions, but you're quietly terrified of this man.
Oh, is this against Fia? Do I? Nope, wrong character. Continue. Sorry.
That's all good. It's all good. It's all good. Yeah, he just seems like someone who is. You're not sure you could take him in a fight, and you know how significant that is of a statement. And he just. It's not menace, but there's just a sense of strength behind him that you're just like, I need to be very careful with this person.
I don't think she flickers still after kind of, wording that or, making her tone a little stronger than is perfectly appropriate. But she doesn't push it any further either.
Sure.
But she's still looking at him like expecting an
Yeah.
answer.
He smiles. I certainly do not have to tell you where I got this. I just wanted to introduce myself as we will be working closely together.
As many histories and people in my position have before me, it seems.
One of the benefits of long life. Yes. And he gives you a formal bow.
Well, I look forward to speaking more then. Perhaps you and I should meet under somewhat less flowery circumstances sometime.
I look forward to it. Please enjoy the rest of the party. And he excuses himself. His self is apparently what I just said.
He's safe.
Himself. He go to other place.
Yeah, he walks away, and once he's like lost in the crowd, Vesper turns around to look at Burke with her eyes huge and just mouths, "What the fuck?" and holds the
That's-
thing out to him.
Interesting.
Burke, give me an investigation roll, please.
That's disgusting, is what it is, Burke. What the hell?
Take it with
A 7.
advantage.
With advantage, I have a 7.
I figured it was gonna be a 7. Burke, that's a Warforged heart.
Yep.
It's got a small crack in it. You
does
need your
it
glasses
have-
to see the number.
Oh. I'd take a closer look for the number or hold it up to Vesper with. I assume she has glasses because she's a nerd.
Glasses is one of the things she doesn't have, but I will cast
Oh.
Detect Magic, just kind of like subtly.
Sure. One thing the Vesper you're able to determine is this is Warforged
Warwhore?
heart. Warwhore
no.
heart. Oh no! Number 002. Burke.
Hmm.
The first Warforged heart was yours for a time before it got replaced because those shit were not stable.
Mm.
The second Warforged heart was given to the second one of your kind that was made. A lieutenant of yours. Who was he? Or she? What did they look like?
Were they?
Who were they? Excuse me.
Who was them?
Who was them?
Back when back when the Warforged were first created, they were all stock models, and Burke is one of the stock models. He didn't deviate past that, although Kestrel's upgrades have modified him slightly. But unlike Kestrel or any of the other Warforged we've run into during this campaign, Burke looks like the first generation. So that is what I have to pull up my document. 1 second.
Hey, it's not just me this time. Woohoo!
Yeah. All right, scrolling down, we have. Let's go with Coif. Coif Forgeborn.
One more time? Spell that, please.
Coif.
Forgeborn?
Yep.
Thank you. And what happened to Coif? They can still be. You could not know. They could still be alive. They could have died horribly. Whatever you want. Like, up to you.
Off the top of my head, I believe. So we had run into some original Warforged that had disappeared. Not necessarily from Burke's memory, but just like had been missing since the wars and all that.
Yep.
But were completely active, and those were also originals.
We had numbers in the 30s, I think. Somewhere in there.
Mm-hmm.
I like the idea of Burke having been the only set of one of the originals. No, Bassinet was one of the originals as well. But yeah, I'll have Coif have disappeared very very early on into Burke's first war.
Okay. Disappeared, not destroyed, correct?
Yeah.
Excellent. Okay. So a fellow combatant that was, lost tens of thousands of years ago.
Perhaps
Okay.
the first Warforged to realize that war is bullshit.
First defector. Thank you.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'll give you guys back the scene if you'd like.
I think
That
this
one's
is
Coif.
Coif,
Burke nods.
the person who had this art originally.
Burke nods again.
Did I get anything from the detect magic?
No different from another Warforged heart. It does not appear to have any sort of layered enchantment or any sort of spell that was placed on there afterwards, no.
Okay.
It's a magical Warforged heart.
Well, it doesn't seem he put anything on this, which was my first instinct based on how creepy he was being.
Incredibly skeezy.
Do you want this?
Oh. Burke nods and puts his hands out.
Yeah,
Like,
she'll give it to him.
with like a grateful stance. Like his whole, he had been in like guardian watchdog stance behind you, but
Yep.
like he almost like crumples to like, I don't know, a tenth lower just to like come and accept this thing from you.
Yeah. She'll lower it into his hands, and then I think she'll like squeeze the sides of his hands, like put them together around the heart.
And he unceremoniously opens up his maw and eats it.
Yep.
Puts it right into the haversack.
Don't trust him as far as I can throw him. And if this was a threat to you,
I doubt it.
I hope not, but we already know some messed up stuff coming down the road with this kind of thing.
He looks unthrowable.
I think he's a lot scarier than he lets on, yes. I'm unsettled by him because he was being skeezy, but I'm also unsettled by him in that, like, animal instinct kind of way, you know? Unthrowable.
Weirdly enough, yes. Unthrowable.
Yeah, unthrowable. We'll keep an eye on him. I'd be
Who
curious
is he?
to see. Oh, shit, that's right. But did he say his first name? He said his
Leo.
first name.
Leo
okay.
McLeod
Thank you. I was like, I know, I'm pretty sure he said
of
it.
the clan McLeod. I couldn't resist. He's not of the clan McLeod.
Yep. The McLeods, they're a family of shipbuilders, incredibly wealthy, and regularly, it seems, lending to the crown. So, I think he didn't want me to forget his leverage, which I just discovered this morning.
Which is?
A weight worth 10 million gold pieces. Lent to the city. Or lent to the monarchy, I guess, not really to the city.
Okay. So, an ally.
I hope so. Because if he's an enemy, we're fucked.
This Warforge is dead. They died. It's been years. Thousands or more.
As old as you.
Burke nods.
Jeez.
So, he's not. Three words. I very much doubt. It's no threat.
Seems specific.
Or he's stupid. Either or.
Maybe. I can hope. I don't think so, but I hope so. Gods. I have this feeling he's got something to do with the Tear Forged. You'd need somebody to bankroll something like that.
DM, for the
Yes,
Tear
sir?
Forge, did I ever meet this guy?
Give me a history roll with disadvantage due to your memory.
Can I assist in any way by, like, asking, contemplative questions? I am proficient in history.
Sure. Give me a straight roll then.
Okay, straight roll is a 21.
Nice.
Oy.
You have never met this guy before, but you have seen him. You saw him when the city was sacked. Hold on, sorry. Let me real quickly. In the original timeline with Burke, Kestrel was what was used to model the Tear Forge. Burke was either his kind of mindless companion for a while and then went missing. It wasn't until after the Tear Forge became active that Burke, sometime later, regained his sentience and led them in a rebellion against the Tyrian army.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yep.
So, when you were kind of like half with it, you saw him a couple of times. He definitely was someone who was around major plays. And ooh, sorry, give me a sec. I don't.
Neurons
And
have connected.
neurons have connected. I'm just kind of wanting to know which goes to where. When the city did finally fall, he was nowhere to be seen.
Mm-hmm.
You have a feeling that you would have noticed if he'd been around.
I'd probably have killed him or something. Yep, cool.
Mhm.
Okay. Burke is sitting there, and for once he's actually like vocalizing this to Vesper as she's been like helping him like get through his memories.
Mhm.
And he says, I don't know. He was useful, I think.
Seems like the type to have his nose in everyone's business. So, we'll just have to keep an eye on him, I guess.
Could we diplomize?
I can certainly try.
That'd be appreciated.
He and I have very good reason to stay on good terms.
That's good.
I'll be curious to see how much he thinks he can push me around.
I'll tag along.
Thank you.
We're unpushable.
Yeah, I think so. Or close to. I want to keep an eye on if he has any particular relations with our good friend, the Master of War.
Probably does.
Probably does. Well, keep that. Keep. Oh my god, what'd you say his name was? I'm sorry.
Leo.
Nope. Not
Coif.
him.
No?
The Warforged.
Coif.
Oh, Coif.
Coif, thank you. All I could think of was choir, and I was like, that's not it.
At least you went that direction.
Yeah. It's
Yeah,
like it's
the more
a
I
C.
say, the more I say Coif, the more I hate it. But here we are.
This is your fault.
Yeah.
You can't blame this one on me. It was not mine.
It's okay,
Yeah,
Burke
you
didn't
put
name
yourself in there.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, is he saying quaff?
Nope, he said coif.
Queef?
Quaif is a different thing.
Yep, yeah, there it is. There, that's close enough.
There's a naming convention to the Warforged.
There is.
We'll keep Quaif safe with the others. And we'll get to the bottom of this. No Tear Forged on our watch. Yeah?
Burke nods. No Tear Forged.
Let me know if you need anything, or if you want to dig any deeper.
You too, Vesper.
Thanks, bud.
Yeah.
She'll do that thing where you kind of like lean against him for a second, and then she'll...
Let's find Ryan.
Yeah. Let's find Ryan.
He's probably sadder.
He's... If there's one person here who could be sadder, I think it's gonna be him.
Or widows.
Widows?
Burke gestures around.
She's like, oh! Yeah, but if you want to... You can cut away from us to do something
Yeah,
else.
I'm gonna cut away to Talon actually, and Raylan's going to kind of come up to Talon, and she's gonna say, "Hey, I'm about to have a dance with my dad, and I'd really appreciate if you would play for us. They're good, but you're better."
Of course.
She kind of smiles, squeezes your hands. Thanks.
Yeah.
And Go kind of runs off. Takes a second. Has to take some deep breaths. But
Oh.
does... What's up?
It'll be a 28.
A 28. For performance. That's what we're asking about. I was like, what temperature? What's happening? Excellent. Thank you. And you lead the assembled band members in a what kind of piece do you play for them?
I mean, whatever piece they chose for the Father of the Bride song. Most
makes
likely,
sense.
I'm going to guess most likely the music is kind of predetermined.
Yeah. Probably was, but what do you think that was?
A waltz of some kind
Okay,
that is
very cool.
uplifting. Yeah.
Great. Give me an insight check, would you? On the two of them while they dance.
I'm going to fail at that, man. Most surprised.
Oh, good.
Probably 13.
13.
I don't
Okay.
really have insight, so
Oh, good. Hey, it's we all have something we're not good at,
yeah.
and for Talon,
And it's
it's
insight for everyone, because that's all we've rolled today.
Well, fair enough.
Right. I'm like, I'm okay not rolling those and just missing it, to be honest with you.
Okay.
Sorry,
All
no
right.
shade, no shade.
No,
Mhm,
no, no.
mhm. I mean, you're at a big social party of big things happening before you all go out and do things in the world again.
Yeah,
So,
Talon is
Fuck.
paying attention to no one but Raylan
Mhm.
and occasionally Vesper and Rogers and his friends.
Okay.
If they're like, yo, something's happening,
yeah.
or
Right.
I feel terrible, I'm like, So, everybody else
Yeah.
literally doesn't matter to him.
Sure. The one thing that you're going to see when you're watching is Raylan seems to be a bit weaker than normal. But Hartford doesn't seem to be alarmed.
Okay.
So this may just be, the ebb and flow of her disease.
Yeah.
But they do dance.
Apologies for swearing right there. I just learned that it is actually pronounced quaff. Fuck.
Nice.
It's okay.
Welcome to my world. I wasn't sure who cursed. I was like, I don't recognize that fuck. Who?
I don't usually swear, but goddamn it.
Because there's passion in that swear. I was like, is that Nathaniel? Doesn't sound like Nathaniel. It feels like that could be Nathaniel. Incredible. Cool. Yeah, they have their dance. There's a moment. She hugs her father, and it's rather sweet. You play incredibly well, Peercy,
Nice.
and a number of people. There is a more than a polite round of applause afterwards, and an encore is requested. It is your
Yeah.
wedding. You can't deny them.
I just. What does Raylan want?
She kind of smiles at you and kind of nods.
Yeah. Play the next one too.
All right.
Although
Number
that's
of other
supposed to
couples
be
get
my dance with Burke, I think. No, I'm kidding.
on.
Oh,
I was like, wait, are we doing that? Hold
I'm
on
not
a
going to
second.
play through that one, is what I mean. But I'm going to have that
That's
one.
fair. Absolutely. Great. Number of people join, and there's a Burke. Let's get a Burke talent dance. That's super cute. Don't kill him, Burke.
Romance roll of. Ooh, I'm getting -1 on this one. Ooh, that was almost a 1, but it's a 18. 19 minus 1.
Oh my god! If you rolled the natural one, Peercy might have died. I mean, Peercy also, but like
Phil.
talent.
Ow! Ow!
Song is called Tamp, just so we're clear.
It's really an ode to Burke at this point.
Flawless victory. Beautiful. All right. Yeah. So the two of you get on stage and get to do some dancing. And Peercy, you get a sense of the sending that you had from your mother earlier. There's no new information that's transmitted, but like in this moment while you're dancing with Burke, you feel her presence.
Huh. That's cool. Might cheer up a little.
Yeah. I don't know if you guys want to say anything to each other or just dance in silence. Either is fine.
Mm. I don't know what to say. It's
Burke
like,
is weirdly silent.
Yeah.
It's really funny to me.
But
That's great.
Tom feels more comfy. Not comfy. He feels more like cuddly than normal in the dance.
That's adorable. While you guys are dancing, Rogers comes up to Vesper. Well, that's awkward as hell.
Talented Burke. It's fulfilling some itch I didn't know I had.
Glad you're enjoying it. How you doing?
She just looks at him. She just flat looks at him. And says,
He flat looks back.
yeah, exactly. She says, I imagine about the same as you. Give or take.
Yep.
I actually did want to talk to you.
Yeah.
Aside from all this, how are you? Not that it's easy to put aside, but
I mean, thought I was doing better. I started going to therapy. That was cool.
yeah. Does he finally get through to you?
Bastard's persuasive.
I know. For an old man, he sure knows how to smooth things over. I miss him. I miss you too.
We were talking about being more open with feelings and what you want, and I had a whole speech prepared.
Yeah.
And I've been asked to go rescue your sister.
Have you? By who?
Yeah. He kind of nods. The Burke lover.
You don't have to do it if you don't want to. I wouldn't make you get anywhere close to that place again if you didn't want to.
Of course I don't want to.
You're allowed to prioritize yourself. Fuck no, somebody in this goddamn group needs to. She looks at Burke and Talon again for a moment.
I don't want to go back to Willard.
Then don't. Thanks to where I am now and where Talon is, as of today, we have a lot of powerful, influential, competent people on this job. We'd appreciate any information you can give us that you haven't, of course, but I don't want to send you back in that direction. Can't be good for you. You've come so far.
Okay, so I'm not equipped to be crying right now. You want to dance instead?
I have something to ask you first.
Yeah.
And I know this is a forward proposition of me, but I think you're the only person here who really understands how I feel right now.
Kind of looks back at Talon. Yeah.
When we're ready to be done, I'm going to steal that 150-year-old bottle of whiskey from underneath the bar that has been untouched so far, and I'm going to take it home with me, and I'll hope that you'll come with me, and we can forget for a night. Whatever the fuck is going on emotionally in our lives.
I think I'd like that a lot.
And to be clear, I'm asking you to let
Yeah.
me get drunk, suck my blood, and then we can have sex until the sun comes up. Like, just so you're on the level with me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sunrise
great.
is yeah, no, I got there.
Yep. Okay,
thanks.
just making sure, because I didn't want to ask when we were hammered.
Oh, appreciate it.
Yep.
As I'm learning, consent is important, and
Yeah.
I appreciate that, and I would like that very much.
Great, thank you. I'm gonna go see who else wants to talk to me before I start that process, and give
Yeah.
the bride and groom the things I need to give them.
Perfect.
I'll see you.
Yeah. Yeah. See you soon.
You should have a dance with Burke yourself. He's very light on his feet. You'd be surprised.
Oh, I will. No, I'm not surprised. He sits on me all the time. The guy's an asshole.
He doesn't even have an asshole, she calls as she walks away.
He kind of laugh cries as he walks away. While you are walking away, Vesper, the king goes, "Oh, Lady Vesper, might I request a dance?"
I'd be delighted, sir. Thank you.
And he kind of shoos back his bric-a-brac a little bit. Though, if you're keen, you may notice another individual that stays close to you guys on the dance floor.
Am I keen? My passive
I don't know,
perception
give me
is
perception.
16.
Give me a perception roll.
I don't know that I'm looking that hard, which is why I gave you my passive,
Yeah.
but we'll see.
Yeah.
It's exactly the same. 16.
Yeah. You do notice Wisp kind of on the dance floor as well, dancing with somebody else,
Mm-hmm.
but always staying relatively close.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she'll dance with the king,
Yeah.
make small talk.
I was just going to
Good
assume
things.
small talk ensues. It's just kind of he's just trying to. He just wants to spend more time with Vesper.
Yeah, she'll slap on as much of the charm as she can muster, which is not as much as normal.
No,
she's-
certainly
and
not.
Yeah, and not trying to be like too obvious about it would be the other thing.
Yeah. Why don't you give me a persuasion roll with disadvantage, please?
Baller. I'll slap a superiority. Yep, you know the
Super, super die. Yep.
D10.
Soup soups.
D10. I still have that
Under 10?
fucking hag voice. That's a disadvantage. So bye nat 20.
Oh.
It's okay. The other roll is a 16 plus
Oh,
6
shit.
for 24 plus 10, which is 34.
So Vesper.
Yep.
How do you want to
that
do
works.
this?
Kill.
Damn it, Ian. That's way better than what I was going to say. That is 100% the correct vibe.
I'm glad he said it because I was thinking it.
Oh my god. Fucking excellent. So, Vesper, you now have 2 offers where to go home tonight.
I think she's going to. How do I phrase this? Like, ride that. She certainly wouldn't want to go home with the king on the first, opportunity where it might be appropriate, quote unquote.
Sure.
So I think she's very much doing that thing. She's playing hard to get, just a little bit. Pull
Great.
him along just enough to keep him interested, and then being like, I can't. I'm so sorry. You must understand that it's been exhaustive, and I'm so worried about my sister. Just whatever excuse.
Right.
This is a bit of a difficult time for me, but I appreciate your offer, and please don't.
So, of course, I just didn't mean to be forward. I completely
Not
understand.
at all.
It was a lovely
It's
dance. And
The
thank you.
welcome, your advances, your grace, are not unwelcome. It's just tonight is difficult for me.
Right. And yes, sure, of course, no problem. Next time, certainly.
I'll be seeing a lot of each other, I think.
Yeah, I like that. See him give a big kind of shit-eating grin.
She smiles, coyly.
31.
Tries
you can
to time
smile
it
any
right
way
as
you
the
want
music
to.
ends. Yeah.
Oh, nailed it. Just nailed it.
Yep.
French kiss, perfect.
French kiss.
Chef's kiss?
Chef's kiss.
There we go.
I was like, no, that's what I'm not doing.
Oh my god, a brain is a weird place to live. People live like
French kiss,
voluntarily.
perfect. Keep that one in your bags,
Oh.
boys. That's good. That's funny.
Oh, that's stupid.
Thank you.
French chef's kiss. There, how's
Chef's
that?
kiss,
Not even
yeah.
close. Oh my god. Anyways, beautiful. Dance, lovely. He's very interested. You let him off in a way that he is pleased and displeased at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Playing hard to get.
Excellent.
String it,
Perfect.
keep him wanting more.
Yeah. I cannot believe a 31 with disadvantage. Well fucking done.
Excuse you, it was a 34.
What's up?
Queen Vesper?
Yes,
Queen?
it was a 34. I mean, I'm fucking angling, boys. That was never the plan, but it sure is now.
Right.
Might as well.
And I'm not going to spend a single goddamn destiny point to do it.
Good old flash and role play. Let's go.
What a flex.
Fucking right.
I
Jesus
can't actually
Christ, that was
promise
sick.
that, but I'll see how far I can get without them.
Yep. Yeah.
I mean,
Excellent,
with
excellent,
More
excellent.
34 is like, damn.
I mean, persuasion, it's one of the things I'm good at.
Beautiful. Okay, the night starts to wind down. Talon, you get a couple of dances with Rayland, of course, as well.
Yeah.
And as the night kind of begins to come to a close, she kind of clutches you for support. She's like, I'm sorry, Your Majesty. I'm feeling rather weak tonight. I think that, with your permission, I would like to retire at the earliest convenient moment.
Of course. Let me escort you back.
And she kind of nods. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Can I, real quick, before this happens at some point in the night, get in a word with Raylan?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Totally.
if she's retiring. I'll, ask to dance with her at some point, basically. And I'll try to make it, a slower song, if I can, to keep the
Sure.
pressure off of her while we talk a little bit. And I'm good at dancing. I'll be fine. I'll lead. I got 26 strength. I let her stand on my feet, She's got a big skirt. Nobody sees. It's going to be great.
26 now, is 23 earlier?
What?
Never mind. Continue.
Or 23. I'm sorry. It's a +6, which is where my
All good.
confusion
All good.
happens. But anyway, the point being, I just at some point I will ask to dance with her and pull out a little notebook. One of the they're not the travel journals, but like they're the teeny tiny ones, right? That are like a couple square inches.
Mhm.
And she'll press it into Raylan's hand, and she'll keep holding her hand as she does this.
Yep.
And say, Raylan, I'm really sorry for how awkward it's been between the two of us and how it's going to continue to be awkward between us for a while. I think I need some time, and you need some time, and Talon needs some time, but I want you to know that I truly, truly do want to become your good friend at some point. I'm just
Smiles
not-
and. No, go ahead.
She'll just say, I'm just not ready yet. I need some time.
She nods and holds up a bracelet that you recognize that was on your place setting when the meal came out. I also want you to know that. And the bracelet you'll recognize was part of the veil of
Yeah.
beads. That I just wanted. Well, if that wasn't obvious, I wanted to make it obvious. I'm holding this one for your sister. She'll
Means
be
a
back.
lot. She will. We'll get her
And
back.
when she is, this is hers.
Keep it. I want you to be able to give it to her. But until
She
then,
holds it close to her chest.
and she'll squeeze the notebook and say, I've written down everything I can about everything I know about Talon that you might want to know. From the surface, things he likes, things he doesn't like, to the kind of esoteric, the things he thinks, the way he thinks sometimes, and to some things that you might find, she kind of leads in, a little more useful in the future. She winks.
Give me an insight check.
Oh my god, Vesper needs a sassy best friend to tell her no.
I know. 17.
From what you're getting, so you see that, she's the dutiful, happy bride. But as you get her alone on the dance floor like this, you're seeing that her smile's just too big and her eyes are a little too bright, and there's hurt behind her eyes. And you see her catch a glance at you and at Ryan, and then at Talon. She gives you a very sad smile. I will do my duty.
Raylan. And Vesper actually, she'll stop them in the middle of the dance floor and, look at her very seriously.
Mm-hmm.
Not before you're ready. Not if you don't want to. Not only do I know he would never pressure you into anything you don't want to do, but you are capable of standing up for yourself and asking for the things that you want and don't want. I'm very serious about this. We're all doing something complicated today. But beyond what you just did, Raylan, you don't have to do anything you don't want to do. Anything.
I never would.
Good. I've made little chapters so you can read what you want when you want. And not before you want. Okay?
She holds the notebook and looks at it and looks at Vesper And she shakes her head. Thank you, but no. If we are to have a life, I want to learn him for myself.
Okay. I understand.
Thank you. Just know it sucks for everyone.
Yeah. It does.
I
You
hope
could
we
be
get to a
happy.
point. We can get to a point where we can give each other hell.
We'll get there.
I'd like that.
It's your turn to dance with Burke now.
Oh God, how? And she
He's
kind of like
very
quickly
light on his
panics.
feet. I promise, he's very light on his feet.
And she takes a deep breath and walks up to Burke.
All right, another performance check, you say?
Oh, please don't squish the sick girl.
I
Oh,
got
it's
so
so
close to
horrible.
another one. It's a 12 though.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Unsquished.
Unsquished. Excellent. Perfect. Wonderful. Oh, amazing.
Yeah. I think that point is when
Mhm.
Vesper fucks off after
Yep.
that conversation. She
Fair
says her
enough.
goodnights and leaves. If
Yeah.
nobody else wants anything. So.
Burke has sensed that she is weak, so he carries her and just kind of swings her around. And it doesn't look half bad, but it's definitely not dancing.
That's incredible. Yeah. The people slowly begin to putter out one by one as the night kind of does go to an end. Talon. Raylan, as you escort her home, she does ask you to leave her at her father's apartments tonight.
Yeah. He absolutely does.
She gives you a kiss on the cheek. Thank you.
Anything.
I need to get out of this dress and sleep for at least 15 hours.
Are you all right? I mean, that's not exactly what I mean. Are you... Your father didn't seem very worried on the dance floor when you were dancing with him, but I don't know you like he does.
My health is fickle at the best of times. You met me on a good few days. My strength ebbs and flows. It happens.
Okay. I'll learn. If there's anything you need, I can have it for you in the morning.
Thank you. But I think I just want to sleep. And just maybe a good cry. Today was a lot.
I understand. There's so much happening.
Yeah. I know you will be leaving soon.
Well, if that's the case, I would like to spend as much time with you as possible. As you allow.
Let's share a meal tomorrow morning. Say
Okay.
2 p.m.?
I can't wait.
Yeah. Okay, one more thing. Talon?
Yeah?
I know I'm not your first choice. I know I'm not your second. But it hurt to see them net beside you at our wedding.
I'm sorry.
Good night. Me too. She curtsies and goes into her father's apartments.
Mm-hmm. They actually wait outside there for a while.
Mm-hmm.
And by the end of the night, he doesn't go back anywhere that anyone would expect him to. He goes to the old underground base under the school that they made for, they cleared
Yep.
a long time ago. He doesn't even know if it's empty. I mean, they went back and got rid of the Lamia, so there's the assumption is there's still something going on there. But he doesn't know if any other black doves stay there, just he and everyone else that he adventures with.
Sure.
A weird amount of corpses. Don't worry about it.
Not anymore. They cleared those
Yeah, I
out.
said that we clean those up. And he will stay there the evening.
Okay.
Doesn't
That's-
tell anyone.
No one can find you, thanks to Sir Star's blessing.
Hmm.
Unless they follow him like Wisp did.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Sir Star, where do you end the night?
Original idea was just to go back to Vesper's apartments.
Oh, she's told both
if
you
it's,
and Burke that she will bankroll a room somewhere for you, but don't come back tonight.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. I'm like, but if it's going to be a bit too noisy, somewhere else.
Here's some money. Go stay at a nice place.
Honestly, he probably just spends most of his night hanging out at the temple.
Okay.
He says his prayers. He plays around with his trumpet. Finally sleeps there. Yeah, you like how I just slipped that in there, don't you?
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. You
Hey
do
now.
what? In what's whose temple? You do what?
That's
In the
sacred,
professor's
baby.
temple, obviously.
Uh-huh.
Playing with your trumpet.
Yeah,
Sacred
playing with your trumpet?
business.
Sacred business.
Holy business.
Holy business. Playing with that
I'm just
trumpet.
playing with my little trumpet.
Mhm.
Okay, you know what? It's between you and God, okay?
Yeah, you know,
Yeah.
thank you.
Mhm.
Thank you.
Yeah.
What I do with my fingers and my mouth is between God and myself.
Crackers.
I'd expected the silent note to be more silent.
Tonight.
Not tonight, baby. You are going to get a vision tonight, Sir Star.
Okay.
What you see is kind of a series of like zoom in shots that start at the gates of Spire City that are open before you. And then you head into this gorgeous grand temple, which in this moment you know is called is the Dawn Father's church. Around what?
Dawn Father.
It's also definitely not the Dawn Father.
Sorry.
Daddy?
That's Pelor,
nope.
baby. We don't own him.
No, it's not the Dawn Father. It's the Dawn Prince. Excuse me. You're right. It's not the Dawn Father. It's the Dawn Prince. Different guy. My bad. I'm so good at this. It's great.
Doesn't
Uh,
roll off the tongue as nice.
Yeah, well, Dawn Prince. Lots of things have
Don
happened.
Daddy, Don Daddy.
Dawn Daddy. Dawn
Ooh.
Daddy.
Go on. I'm listening.
Ooh. And you kind of see and there's a small alley behind the Dawn Prince's cathedral. That's what it is. And you see, it zooms into a brick that, when pushed in, a small passageway opens beyond, and you go down a set of stairs into, looks like a grand, almost like pool or entryway. It's both a pool and entryway. Maybe like 1.5 feet deep. As you go further in, you see an altar. You see a true temple to the professor. And you see on the altar there is a small buckler that actually is in the form of a double clef.
Oh.
And that's what you see.
Writing. I said, sorry, I'm also writing.
Mm-hmm. All good, all good.
Sweet.
The vision that you receive.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Burke.
Yeah.
All right, you and the Don Daddy getting it on?
God, no.
Okay, cool. Burke's not a religious man.
Burke, Burke takes his money that he received from Vesper and goes and gets a hotel room and brings Kestrel with him.
Oh,
And, Warforged don't sleep, so they just sit in the most soundproof part of the hotel room, which is probably the closet. And just sit there, and he takes out the heart, and they will start discussing what exactly, or where the fuck it came from. Like, see it by this point, if Kestrel's leveled up at all, he probably has like something like legend lore or identify or something to try to get more hints into what's happened to this heart, how it's been, how it's gone throughout the ages. And if not, like, they'll get stumped and go to the library eventually.
yeah, it's probably gonna be, unfortunately, a library in this one. Kessler didn't do a whole lot of venturing after you left the party.
Lazy bastard.
Yeah, right. How dare he get a comfy workman's job? Allie, I know that Vesper's going to smuggle that bottle out and head home. We're not going to have to worry about that scene.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
quick
go
beats
ahead.
are she waits till the king leaves before she leaves so that he doesn't
Right,
see her
makes sense.
leave with Rogers.
Mhm.
She will leave with Rogers after swiping that bottle or whatever the closest equivalent to it is. She's not super
Right.
picky as long as it's hard alcohol at this point and not wine.
Yep.
That's her gift to the couple is they fucking cater the event probably.
Oh, yeah, makes sense.
And the only other thing I will note is that when she gets back to her apartments, she will toss that little book in the fireplace.
That's a cool moment. And then get hammered.
Oh yeah.
And
Well,
then get
And then
get
get
hammered and then get hammered.
Yeah.
Correct.
I heard it and I was like, do I say it? Because I
No.
could have. And then Nathaniel was like,
Nathaniel's
don't worry,
there
bro.
for
I got
you.
you.
Don't worry, bro.
Don't worry,
I got
bro. I got you.
Correct.
Oh, excellent.
Yep.
Yeah,
That's all you need to know about that.
beautiful. And that's all we need to know is about that. All right, y'all. This was a lot. I'm glad we did it, but that was intense.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Ah.
Mhm.
And with that,
Good job, team.
good job, team. And with this moment, I know that there's a few new pieces on the board. There's an offer to head to Beaumont in the near future. Nova's offering to escort you guys. The
Technically,
tiers.
the offer was the next day.
Yes, it was. So let's see if we can
Just somewhat
get
problematic.
somewhat.
Who needs honeymoon?
Yep. And that things are happening in rapid succession. We will see. We'll get there. No reason to give you a bunch of more stuff about that now, but we can get there shortly. This will actually bring our chapter to a close. I want to thank you, Mortals and Monsters, for venturing with us to the world of Alaemyr. We stream bi-weekly here on Twitch. You can find us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, YouTube, sharing updates and sneak peeks. Before you go, though, I really do need your help. So our lovely players have put their hearts on the line for us, this session significantly more than others. And we wanted to let you know, try to figure out who you thought has really helped move you the most, or a scene that really made you laugh, or thought was heartwarming, or whatever. Right now, they're on our Patreon. There is a live poll on Patreon. And you can vote. You don't have to be a patron to do so, but you can vote on who you think deserves a Destiny point. What are Destiny points, you ask? Don't ask these silly questions, you foolish peoples. They are resources that my players can use to do cool and interesting things and allow them to make impacts on the world because they are all destined ones. The way it works is whoever gets the most points gets the point for that session. What happens if it's a tie, you ask? I don't know. I haven't figured that out. Because last time there was a tie between Vesper and Sir Star.
2
So-
points.
That seems way too generous. I think I'm going to have you guys roll against each other. I think that's what we're going to do.
She can have it.
Rollies?
Nope.
No.
I
Rollies.
don't feel like rolling.
Ugh,
No rolls? No
Rude.
rolls?
rude.
Okay.
Fine. What am I going to do? Say no?
I've already put my dice away, and I'm not pulling them back out.
Fair.
Okay, fair enough,
Okay.
fair enough. All right, all
Okay,
right.
okay.
Vesper,
I mean, if
Vesper
you
grabs this
insist.
point.
Wow.
Yes. Lovely. And so, yeah, that's the way we rolls. So if you guys would like to, you can please click on our Fables of Alaemyr link right in the Discord. Nope, not Discord. Right in the
Twitch
chat.
chat.
That's the one. And vote for Deserves a Destiny Point next time. Thank you guys so much for joining us with us tonight. Our next session will be on the 27th of this month. And cannot wait to see you all then. We will be getting ready to head to Spire. Thank you so much, Morals and Monsters. I had a great time. And cannot wait till next. Hope to see you then. But until then, don't forget, keep your quills sharp and your eyes wide. See you next time, Morals and Monsters.
Bye.
Bye.
Weddings.
Bye.
Weddings.
Bye.